if I came to see him, it was always "Danke für the Besuch," thank you for the visit, and he always wanted to know if I was earning.
Oh yeah.
Verdienst du? And he never complained. He never complained. My dad used to tease him mercilessly. My dad was very frank and never hid his thoughts. And Großvater had never earned a living. And my dad never forgave him.
Right.
For the fact that as kids, both he and Uncle Joe had to go out and earn a living for the family.
Right. Because he was praying all the time.
I was just going to say.
Because he was at the temple every day.
Well, that was his fraternity house.
Right.
What shall I tell you?
I thought they were worth something.
My dad had the greatest respect for Clara because she went out and had to earn the living.
Right.
And it was a tough living.
Sure.
She always did.
And she always made the living.
Yeah.
And Uncle Aaron never did.
Yeah.
And Roseanne and Eddie almost had to raise themselves because Aunt Clara was out putting the bread on the table.
Right.
And my dad always respected her for that.
Right.
He always cared about her.
Marilyn told
She worked like a dog.
Marilyn told me she remembers sleeping in the cloakroom at the Arcade Gardens.
I did too.
You did too.
They don't know that.
They don't know that.
I used to work there and everything.
Yeah.
His father come in, they'd hide me.
Oh yeah.
Well, all I can tell you is that my Aunt Clara worked
And they didn't want to support their stuff. He said, he used to say, I'm going with you, Rosie.
the day that
She worked like a dog.
I can remember going on the truck with Uncle Aaron making delivery of rye bread on the west side of Cleveland,
Right.
where there are no Jews.
That's what Laura was saying.
Right.
And when Aunt Clara went on the truck with Uncle Aaron, they started off with $25. They came home with 40. When Uncle
She
Aaron,
made him. She taught him how to do it close together, so he wouldn't
Uncle
spend
Aaron
his time
went
all over.
without Aunt Clara, he started off with $25. They came home with 15.
Right. Right. Right.
It was
Right.
the women in our family were essential
Right.
to the fabric of the family.
My mother was lucky. She was lucky we came out so good. Believe me.
Yeah.
She is so lucky.
And she did. All three kids came out good.
You know, there was many a time when
Their wives, their children,
I
grandchildren.
I was practicing law, and
She didn't have to move one.
they got me on the wrong side. But I can never forget Aunt Clara working down in the black neighborhood until 1 o'clock in the morning by herself. And I always respect her for that.
Yeah.
And my dad loved her for it.
Yeah.
And my father came home to make sure we ate.
Yeah, well, your
He
dad
came home and made dinner. Otherwise, we wouldn't have eaten.
Right.
They worked together. They did.
Right. Yeah.
But she made the living.
She made the living.
But they loved each
And it was
other.
a
They really did.
very hard living.
It was.
Well, first of all, nobody has mentioned Ziggy.
That's
I
true.
did. I did.
I have him on the family tree. I spoke with Yeah.
Ziggy was 5 years older than me.
That's all.
That's right.
Huh.
And he came to this country on a student visa. He was handsome as hell.
Yeah, good-looking ladies,
and
man.
Right. Brilliant.
A real ladies, man.
Brilliant mind, but no discipline.
Spoiled.
And he couldn't hold a job more than 2 weeks, but he can always get another job in the depths of the Depression.
They wanted him in the FBI.
And Uncle, Ziggy was a wasted talent. He was in the service during World War II, and he came out and he started an electronics school on GI money, and he just never showed up for the class.
I never heard this part. He was like Eddie.
Undisciplined, and that was the big force in your mother.
Rosie, right. Yeah.
Your mother didn't want
Rosie. Uncle George, right.
Didn't want George to be in the pattern of Ziggy. And she
Sent him out to work at age 11.
Oh, she'd be so proud of him for that.
Sure she would. Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, darling.
You don't have to tell me anything. I'm just enjoying visiting with you.
You've seen it all.
You know I loved your mother.
Oh, sure.
I loved her very dearly.
Yeah. Where did you meet Edie?
I met Edie in Michigan on campus.
She was a teacher.
And we were on campus together.
You went to University of Michigan?
Huh?
You went to University of Michigan?
Yes.
I don't know how I didn't know that. That's where I
He
went.
was a Rhodes Scholar or something.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
That's what I heard.
No.
So you met her as an undergraduate. And Nancy said you eloped.
They did. And they were burning at him.
How come you eloped?
I remember that.
When do you see Stuart?
Well, we did see him 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, God, how did I start?
What's that?
Why they eloped. I'm asking him why they eloped.
We eloped because my dad wanted me to go to Harvard and become a professor of law, and I didn't want that. And Edie and I had gone together for 4 years, and she came out of Teachers College at IPSI, and
Is Shira retired or she's still
And you guys wanted to get married.
and the war was moving on, and I already had draft notices.
Wow.
So Edie and I wound up eloping and getting married, and being married secretly for 6 months.
Oh, before anybody knew. Oh.
We're going to have our 65th anniversary.
Anyhow, that's the story unto itself.
It's kind of scandalous at the time.
It's a little too.
Was it a little scandalous?
It was a scandal.
Was your father very upset?
Burning,
Oh, yeah.
burning fire. Burning fire. I remember that.
Yeah.
I must have been awfully young, but I remember that.
We have no room for
My dad was.
65. Oh,
My dad didn't believe that
Don't do me a favor.
there wasn't anything he couldn't solve. And as far as the Army was concerned, that'll take care of itself. I mean, Edie and I are a story unto ourselves. We're going to be married 65 years next month.
Finish the fire
It's
pizza, then like it.
a,
You look like your
it's a
mom.
hard thing
You look like your mom a little bit.
Yeah.
He was so adorable. I
to get
remember.
to this age
Yeah.
and have,
Says I look like him. You look like him.
in one sense, so much, in another sense, so little to show for it. I met the train on the railroad station in those years,
Right.
and I met the train that Rose and Großvater came off of together.
And William Rice, right? Willie Rice was there too, right?
Yes, Willie was there too. Rosie at that time was married to Willie.
Yeah.
And Rosie grabbed my elbow
Uh huh.
and said to me, I want to see you. Now, she could not speak a word of English, but I knew a little German, and, well, more than most.
Yeah.
And she, I've got to see you
Yeah.
tomorrow. So
How old were you?
I was in college. I don't know, 1938. I was, let's see, 21 years old.
Okay. Okay.
And the next day, she grabbed me. She wanted to go downtown. She was able to say downtown. And I said, well, what do you want to do downtown?
Yeah.
I want a job. She was in this country one day,
Yeah.
and she wanted a job. And I didn't realize that she was the direct opposite of Ziggy.
Yeah.
And Grandpa, Großvater, had spoiled Ziggy terribly,
No.
and he never really recovered from it.
No.
I was close to Ziggy. We were only 5 years apart.
Do you think he felt guilty about making the older two go out to work so young, so he did the opposite,
no.
or?
Grandpa spoiled him.
Yeah.
Großvater spoiled him. He was the baby,
Yeah.
and he called him Booby, which is the German for Sonny,
Okay. Okay.
and he spoiled him.
Yeah.
Spoiled him rotten.
Yeah.
And Ziggy was handsome as hell,
Yeah.
wonderful looking guy,
Yeah.
and brilliant mind.
And apparently he had a first wife before Cookie. They said Cecilia Simon, I was told.
Well, Cecilia Simon, Ziggy married her as a marriage of convenience. And that was in the time when you couldn't get into this country. And he was here on a student pass.
Right.
So once they were married, he went back to Europe and then came in as her husband.
Okay.
And then they were divorced.
Oh, I wonder if she knew it was a marriage of convenience.
Yes, I think she did.
Okay, so it's not like she was too heartbroken or anything.
No, I don't know. I think that she never expected anything of him.
Right.
I think he was honest with her,
Yeah.
but she may have had fond hopes.
Yeah.
As I said, he was
Well-
handsome as hell.
But he definitely wanted to be very American.
Yes, and,
You know.
he was smart as hell,
Yeah.
but he couldn't hold a job.
Yeah.
And
And-
he would get a job, and 2 weeks later, he would lose it. And 2 weeks later, he'd have another job. In the depths of the Depression, Ziggy always had a job. And he never held it.
No.
He was untamed
Yeah.
and undisciplined.
I think I talked to Penny once, and she told me that when he came to Cleveland, at sort of one point when he first arrived, but that your father and Uncle Joe kind of, he wanted to go into business with them, but they wanted him to kind of learn things from the ground up, and he wanted to sort of go in at the
he
top.
wanted to go in from the top.
That's right.
Yeah.
And when they said no, you have to come in from the bottom, he said, forget it, I'm
Well,
Not interested.
I can tell you one little story.
Yeah.
My Uncle Joe had a brewery.
Sunrise, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a
Hold on, I want to see. How did the jingle go, Laura? The sunrise jingle?
The world is waiting for the sunrise.
For the Sunrise Brewery. Okay. So this was Uncle Joe and Uncle Jack's Sunrise together?
No, Uncle Jack. Only at that time the law was that the brewery could not make any loans to the saloon keepers.
Okay.
So my dad ran the finance company
Okay.
and made the loans to the saloon keepers
Right.
that the brewery couldn't make.
I see.
That was an evasion.
Exactly. Yet another lawyer thing you were talking about that he would have gotten in trouble for if he'd been a lawyer.
Oh yes. Anyhow, what did I start to tell you? I'm talking about Siggy.
I was saying how you wanted to start at the top.
I changed my
So
health insurance.
the sisters always were pressing the two brothers, give them a chance.
Sure.
Give them a chance.
Sure.
With the dental
So
society, which
Uncle Joe started
I wasn't paying
a
attention to it
bottling
because Larry
plant
was so
Okay.
sick. I didn't have
for
time
the beer.
Okay.
Originally it was only
So I
in
let it
barrels.
go, and I stayed with
And
it. Then I
he
decided,
hired
I don't
Ziggy
go to
Yeah.
a doctor all year. The only time I went probably is when you
filling
come.
these cases of
Then I
beer.
went to
Okay.
Joe Adler,
And at noon,
and I went
Yeah.
to him
they
because
came around to see how he was doing.
Yeah.
And Ziggy was sitting on the side,
and nobody knew
and
it
he had hired
but me.
two
I knew.
African Americans to do the work, and he was their supervisor.
It's a little enterprising.
And they immediately fired him. But that was characteristic of Ziggy.
Right. Right. Right.
In the depths of the Depression, he got a job in New York
Right.
as a steward in a hotel. And the way they worked is they bought according to the quotations in the paper
Okay.
of the pricings of the hotels.
Okay.
And he got a job when he left Cleveland
They just kept
and
saying, we'll fly you
said
to
he
the
had
king.
experience in Cleveland.
And that's all they said.
The first day on the job,
And I know everybody was upset.
the
Paul was
purveyor
crying,
came
Mom
around
was crying, I
he
was
said,
sick
same as
there.
yesterday.
And nobody said
The
anything.
second day, same as
I said, well,
yesterday.
you're not flying me
Well, by the end of the week,
Yeah.
I said,
they caught on
"This
to
is gonna
him.
be the best
Yeah.
place you know how."
but he really knew the job by then.
And they did.
He was smart enough to really learn the job,
Yeah.
but they
They
couldn't
said, we're
hold
not
him
letting you
because
go until you
he had
take
lied
the,
his way in.
Yes.
That was typical of
And I
Ziggy.
took it.
Right. And when I talked to Penny, she said that they never, not only they wanted to be very American, as you know, he went by Fred. You were the one who told me that, but that they never spoke German in their home,
That's right.
never had a menorah, never ever went to temple, nothing. Had no Judaism in the home at all.
She insisted
Yeah,
And so-
on a physical.
And
I never
Ziggy
go to a doctor.
had a
I know enough
television
where I take care
repair
of
store,
myself.
and half the time there
Except
was
for
a
the
sign
ladder I went
out,
to him to the hills.
and when you knew where he
Told
went,
the
he went
youngest, "You don't
fishing
give them to her, she's
Really?
gonna die."
and
It wasn't
left
clear
the
what she
business.
wanted.
Never made a living,
So
and
then
his
Sharon,
wife, Cookie,
never
Yeah.
goes
worked
to the doctor.
all
I
the
take
time.
myself, I
Again,
don't
another
know.
same example. Yeah.
Called me
I
that
guess my
morning.
grandmother never was too fond of Cookie. I don't know
She
why.
says, Mom, how about if I
Well,
drop you off? Well, I was having such
your
trouble
grandmother-
getting dressed. I couldn't breathe.
I'm trying to figure out who you mean.
I couldn't
Rosie.
get dressed.
Oh, Rosie
And I
was
didn't
a
want to
tough
scare
cookie.
her.
She was a tough cookie.
She was a tough cookie, but she was wonderful.